Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the GM show, GM. You will notice it's just me. This was actually unplanned, very last minute emergency. Mr. Take Profits had to step out. So I will be doing the only thing that's more awkward than doing a live stream with somebody else is doing one by yourself and just talking to the comments section. So I am glad to see that we got a couple people in the house. I've got a little lo-fi in the background to keep things interesting, and we're going to move ahead. Mr. Take Profits may be, hopefully, will be popping in to give us his thoughts on the Fed rate hike and the charts here in a little bit. Hopefully, we'll cross our fingers. But let's get into the news of today. We got lots of stuff to talk about. I got plenty of upcoming NFTs to chat about. We got news. So let's get into it. Before we do, of course, I'm going to shill the GMDeFi website. This is gmdefi.xyz. We've got trading tools in here, the kimono indicator. I actually still have to give a couple people access to this. I just need to do that. I know Lettuce is one of them. But the kimono is our all-in-one trading view indicator. It's free. Just send us your trading view username. It shows you the 4 key parts of the market. We use it every morning here on the show. The trend, momentum, volatility, volume is all shown there. It's got 10 different built-in indicators. And we are developing another next kind of generation version of this as we speak. So yeah, check it out. Check out the kimono. Man, we got a lot of news today. The U.S. court has ordered Tether to provide USDT backing financial records. So I know this has been a long time criticism people have had is show us the records. Is there really the money to back the amount of USDT that has been issued? So there was a lawsuit filed in 2019 that claimed crypto exchange Bitfinex and its sister company Tether manipulated the crypto market to issue USDT to inflate Bitcoin's price. And this lawsuit has taken a new turn. The United States District Court for the Southern District of New York has ordered stablecoin issuer Tether to produce financial records of USDT to assess its claims regarding the assets backing. I remember seeing an interview with the CEO of Tether, and they said, like, you know, are you confident that you essentially have all the money to back it? And he just kind of gave a slithery answer. So this should get good. As per the latest order, the New York court has asked the company to provide all information in the form of general ledgers, balance sheets, income statements. Oh my gosh. Whoa, he just pops in like that. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
I accidentally shared my screen and that popped. It kind of took over yours.
Whoa, look who just popped in. It is Mr. Take Profits reemerges from the ether.
Yeah, that's exactly where it was.
Okay. That's exactly.
Sorry to throw you off. Continue.
I thought when you said you were going to have to poop for the next hour and it was that bad, I took you seriously.
This is the big one.
But you're back.
You thought the merge was bad.
You are back. I hope he washed his hands. Exactly. What an entry. Yeah, I mean, geez, we should do that every day. That was such a more exciting entry than the normal show. Wow, it's a magic show. You didn't even know, and I'm a poet. Didn't know it. Anyway, we're just talking about how the Southern District of New York has ordered Tether to provide their financial records to show that they actually have the money to back all their USDT. But yeah, as Dolph says, show me the records for the USD. So we'll need the records for the USDT and then the records for the USD, and it'll just be no. But yeah, this is an interesting twist. And you know, I saw that Watcher Guru just tweeted that Tether agrees to produce those court requested documents. So we will see their photoshopped documents very soon, I'm guessing. Yes. Along those same lines, we've got a House bill. Congress has drafted a bill to ban algorithmic stablecoins for 2 years. The proposed legislation being discussed by the House Financial Services Committee criminalizes stable coins issued without approval. So this is also very interesting. I think we can
Yeah.
see where all this is going, right? We've got
You use our coin or no
exactly
coin.
where you've got issuers. So issuers of stablecoin approved by state regulators will have to get themselves registered with the Federal Reserve within 180 days to legally continue their operations. So this would be like some kind of stablecoin regulatory framework or something like that. I mean, it's like you're a cannabis dispensary now, and you have to go register with the state and get a license and all that. So the Wild West is being tamed. And at the same
Yeah.
time, we've got the House Financial Committee also had a hearing with a handful of speakers that all voted in favor of the U.S. developing some kind of national stablecoin or CBDC yesterday, citing competition
Yay.
from China's progress on its own digital currency. So
Yeah.
it's happening, guys. It's
Well,
happening.
the U.S. dollar is getting, it's facing more competition, right? You got China, but then also, what's the?
It's
Dang, I
called
can't think of the
Bitcoin.
name. No, there's a asshole. There's another token that's like has like Brazil and I think maybe China.
Yeah.
There's another like currency that I can't remember.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, the currency wars that's what we'll call it, currency
It's
wars.
yeah,
Heating up.
there's a lot of effort right now across the world to really kind of overtake the dollar,
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah.
so they got to try to keep up, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think the writing's on the wall here. We got this Tether court case. We got this draft bill to ban other stable coins. And at the same time, the same committee saying we need to create our own. So, yes, this is what's so great about being the government. You can just squash all your competition, just make it illegal to be a competitor, and then make your own thing. So, and you can it's like all these other stable coins were little startups that you just watch and you see what they do, the mistakes they make, and then you're like, okay, you're done. Now we're gonna do it. It's great. It's great. Waffles are not an emergency. That's true, Kansas. Waffles are not an emergency. But
Dude, I
there's a
wish
lot of
I was
people
fucking a
there.
waffle bar, man.
There's a lot of people at his office, and not only so much waffle batter. And you just gotta.
It
gotta
is an
get it.
emergency when it's limited. Yes. Yeah. When it's limited supply. No, it wasn't. No, I wish it was waffles, man.
Wish
Right now.
No, he just had a big poop. It's because of the
I did
waffles.
not.
Too many waffles. That'll do it to you. That'll do it. Keto. At least they're keto waffles, though. A white hat hacker is grumbling over Arbitrum's bounty reward after saving the network from a 475 million loss. This is why this doesn't work. This is why these white hat hackers would just rather just go and hack the network, take a bunch of the money, hold it as ransom, and get like a mil or two. He was paid $53,000, about 400 ETH, for spotting this multi-million vulnerability on their bridge. So it's
I could have stole so much more.
Exactly. He's like, oh, you're just giving me sucks. Yeah, so that's kind of funny. But Riptide, a white hacker that discovered the vulnerability, tweeted that his find was eligible for the max bounty reward of 2 million instead of the 400 ETH he was given. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's true. That's probably true. I mean, they probably should have given him the maximum bounty. I mean, stopping a 475 million bleed does seem probably worth the maximum bounty amount.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
he's like, oh, really? Now watch next week. The next headline:
week,
Arbitrum hacked for $475 million.
And it's all gone.
Yeah, the same guy goes in and hacks it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the bounty thing is very interesting. It's a balance there because these same people could drain you.
You can't buy a yacht with principles.
Exactly.
Can't do that.
To Kansas.
We are not a pro hacker show, by the way. It might come off that way that we are rooting for hacking.
Yeah, no. I've been financially damaged by a hacker. So I'm very anti-hacker. In fact, I want to. Anyway, let's not get too deep into that.
We don't got to bring up bad stuff.
Yeah, we don't need to bring up poo-poo. So anyway, that's that. Crypto gambling live streams. Actually, Dekenza even told me about this before I saw this headline this morning. But crypto gambling live streams are going to be banned from Twitch after a $200,000 scam. So as of October 18th, which means we're actually streaming to Twitch right now, and that means we're okay until October 18th. We can keep gambling every day, doing our coin flipping.
Well, I wonder how this scam worked out.
So yeah, I guess there was a Twitch streamer that has confessed to scamming fans out of more than $200,000. I'm guessing he was like, "Oh yeah, send me the money and I'll use it to like gamble." But let's see. Of course, they then just totally they changed directions in this article. I guess prohibits streaming of gambling that includes slots, roulettes, or dice games. They didn't say coin flips.
Well, that's not gambling.
Exactly.
That's play to earn.
We're just flipping a coin. Exactly. They're games. These aren't gambling. This is games. We're playing games in the metaverse.
It's a play to earn.
Specifically, there's a bunch of websites that said that are specifically banned. But I guess let's see if we can find anything. Okay, I guess last weekend, Twitch streamer called Abraham Slicker Mohammed confessed to scamming friends and fans out of over $200K to pay off his gambling debts. Oof. He would borrow money, lie about where it was going to pay for an addiction that began by trading Counter-Strike skins. What? That's a thing? I guess. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the news there. Way to ruin the fun for everybody, Guy. Way to ruin the fun.
Right, yeah, we were all like, but who does that? Who the hell? I just want to point out to the viewers, because there is a level of idiocy going on here. Is that a word, idiocy? They're idiots because, for one, who in the hell's watching someone else gamble, and then you're like, I'll send them money to gamble my money? Like, who?
Yes.
What the fuck are you thinking?
I mean,
like, what goes on through their head?
It is a streaming category. Yeah, it's weird. I know there's a guy who talks about NFTs, but like I've seen these kind of things go on. Okay, so I watched a stream the other day. This guy, he was saying, "Oh, he's streaming showing the next 100x NFTs," and I just was like, "Ha ha ha!" I laughed, and I wanted to see, what he was saying. And he was actually just sitting there playing Soul Crash, and people are sending him super chats and shit, just giving him money to just be sitting there playing Soul Crash. And he played Soul Crash for a long time, but he also was dangling the carrot that he was going to give away a soul at the end of the stream. It's actually a genius psychological manipulation thing going on there.
That is so funny. Do people realize how much a soul is right now?
Yeah, dude, there's people who will sit around in a stream for one Solana.
I'm going to give away $30. Fucking cool.
And his chat was getting spammed with just, people just being like, when is the giveaway? When is the giveaway? When is the giveaway?
$1 for a super chat if I can get maybe
the giveaway?
Cool.
Yeah, dude, it was wild to watch. I was like, man, I'm not doing this right. I'm like, I should just be. He live streamed, I think it was like 2 hours. He's just sitting there playing Soul Crash, just raking in super chats.
I kind of am like upset that they're banning this, just because I never had a chance to really take advantage of people like that. Like, now that I'm learning that there are that many stupid people out there, I'm really bummed that I didn't take advantage of them. You know what I mean? Like, shame on me, man.
Well,
shame on me.
This is like a principles thing again, where if you have no principles, the easiest way to grow on Twitter is just give away one Solana. Just every week, just do a new one Sol giveaway, and it works. It works, but it's like it's
bro.
kind of it's
I'm
a slimy
gonna do this
thing.
right now on Twitter. I'm gonna say right now.
One Sol giveaway. You got to make sure they have to engage with the tweet, like and retweet. They got to like and retweet.
Oh, here. Okay, so I'll start off with, I haven't done my GM tweet yet, so I'll do GM.
And Lettuce is right. It's probably 12-year-old kids. Well, yeah, I know there is
Feeling
underage kids that have
cute.
admitted to this on Spaces that they
To
play these
give
games.
away one soul.
You know, and what's
Today?
funny is we
Tomorrow.
gave away
Tomorrow.
one soul. We did a one soul giveaway, and it got us like 50 subscribers. And there was actually, it got us more than that, but they were all, there was a guy who was like trying to game. This is what I'm saying. People will go to extreme lengths for just one Solana. This guy was making a bunch of fake YouTube accounts and subscribing to our channel. He made like 30 fake YouTube accounts and subscribed them all to our channel, trying to win the giveaway. But I was on to him because he had a bunch of different Discord accounts too. So he had a bunch of different Discord accounts. Each one was connected to a different YouTube account. And I was like, wow, this is so sneaky for one soul. One soul. That's the guy did all that. But then he unsubbed all those accounts from our channel after the giveaway ended, and he didn't win.
So follow.
So it's funny.
They
Yeah,
got-
I mean,
all right. So if you guys want to win a soul from me, you've got to follow, retweet,
oh, wow.
and comment.
Wow.
Is that too much?
See, and the only reason people, like a bunch of influencers have stopped doing that is because now NFT Inspect shames you for doing giveaways. It puts a little badge on your profile on NFT Inspect that says you're like a giveaway farmer, essentially. And so now people have
Well, I'm not
stopped
looking to
doing it as
mint.
much.
I'm
But
not doing
it's
a
just
mint or
funny.
anything, so I don't
Yeah.
care what they care. What they
I know,
think.
it's just funny.
I'm just doing this as an
That's all.
experiment to see how many pores are come and
Oh.
try to feed off of this.
Dude, yeah.
So,
Oh,
so
dude.
feeling cute, going to give away one soul tomorrow. Follow, retweet, and comment. Is that enough?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And I mean, it worked for our account. We got like 50 new subscribers when we did that a couple weeks ago. So
Should I add an
mean, it
image
worked.
or anything?
to Kansas, why did they reject your collection? How rude. That's just rude. Okay, I will never mention NFT Inspect again on this show. We're gonna boycott NFT Inspect now. You know what? Do giveaways.
Wait,
Everybody
NFT
do
Inspect did what?
They rejected Dickense's collection. He tried to submit it to them, and they rejected it. That's sad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But yeah, giveaways work, man. Solana giveaways. It works.
Dude, are they
Another
trying
good
to
one
beat
is
it?
when you
There you go.
a good one is
Tweeted.
roast. You say roast me, like, or like, FUD me or whatever in the comment, in the replies on your tweet for a soul. That's a good one, because then you get a bunch of memers who all start making savage memes about you.
I didn't put any hashtags, bro. That was a fail. Oh well.
Yeah, you gotta hashtag it, Car.
Yeah. Oh
hashtag.
well. I guess we'll see how it does without any hashtags.
Yeah, you can pretty
See,
much
this is
buy
why they need to-
subscribers, Dolph. This is why I did that Solana giveaway actually for the subs, because I wanted to see, does Google Ads, because you can pay Google essentially to just promote your YouTube channel, and we tried that one at one point, and I wanted to see, does the same amount of money, does it get you? Can you get more subscribers by doing a giveaway? Or do you get more subscribers doing YouTube ads? And actually, the giveaway got almost 2 times as many subscribers as the YouTube ads. So again, giveaways are just like, they work. Now, the quality of the subscribers, quality of the people, that's where it gets questionable, because you do have these people, I think they're probably in third world countries, that come and try to game your giveaway. There will always be these giveaway gamers. And I think that they're probably third world country where, like, one soul goes way further for them.
I would imagine it's got to be like where $30 is like 100 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's like,
To Kansas, I think that's a lie that they told you, that they paused adding new collections. That sounds like a lie to just not offend you, because they just are like against dicks. They don't like dicks. They're sexist over there. Yeah. So anyway, NFT Game Consultant is saying poor people could play NPC characters in video games here in the future. So players in developing countries could work as NPCs in wealthier
I
players'
saw
worlds.
this. I
How
saw this like
dystopian
last week.
is this
Yeah, I
shit?
saw this.
Pretty hilarious stuff with the cheap labor of developing
I
country. You could
thought
use
I
people in the
thought of
Philippines as NPCs in your game, which is pretty hilarious, actually. I mean, it's messed up,
bro.
but it's kind of funny. But you know, this is already happening to a certain extent, right? Like you have Amazon Turk and a couple other services where people in developing countries are paid to go do micro things like thing tweets or do
Like,
all kinds of
retweet.
stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, watch your videos or do whatever
all
that you
kinds of
want these
things.
little peeps to do. Yeah,
Yeah. So I
yeah.
mean, having them do things in video games is kind of funny, but it's kind of funny to think of like in
Hey,
GTA 6,
you know what
everybody
though?
walking around is actually a person.
One thing to think about though is like, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, it's like, what other like decent jobs are there? Isn't this like a much more like healthy job than working in
Healthy.
some like fucking
Like a
metal
factory.
chemical factory or some shit?
Right, like a steel plant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it
maybe.
could
Yeah.
be a lot worse. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it,
Yeah.
it, it
I
could be
guess
a
so.
lot
I mean,
worse.
is this essentially the same thing as doing the giveaway to like populate the metaverse? Like this is how we're going to bribe people to populate the metaverse. It's like, well, people won't just go hang out in the metaverse all day on their own, so we're going to pay them to hang out in the metaverse all day as
You
their
know,
job.
it will be well. Obviously, it's only gonna they're targeting the countries that are right pretty
Yeah, well,
hurting,
like this
right?
is
Third world
Philippines was
countries
the
kind of
example.
deal.
Yeah, Philippines was the
Yeah,
example. Yeah.
yeah, and I've outsourced work to people in the
Yeah.
Philippines before, and it is not it's awesome. It is sweet.
I mean, it
It
kind of
is
works out for everybody, sadly. I mean, it's
it,
money goes
it
way further
does.
there,
It's
so
That's the
it's
thing is
true.
like I remember when I had hired a full
Yep.
time 40-hour a week employee in a month, right? $1,000 in a month,
Yeah.
so $250 a week, $1,000 a month for a full time employee. Are you kidding me, man?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And for his life, like that changed his life. That's almost like over like $50,000 equivalent a
Mhm.
year for him, and it was like
Yeah.
it was crazy. It was his family benefited crazy. They got a nice house and everything, and it was it's crazy. But I don't know. I'm for it because it's like if you can make their lives easier,
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
go for it. I mean,
Why not?
go
Why
for it.
not?
Because
Right? Okay.
it's not an easy living out there. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Fuck, I'm jealous. But like, he's like, oh,
Beaches.
just
Yeah. Just
hanging out
hanging
at
out
the
at the
beach
beach.
today,
Yeah.
boss. That's the thing. He's always call me boss and sir.
Yeah.
They're
Sir.
really polite. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I've never outsourced to any. I mean, I'll never probably outsource to anyone else other than the Philippines because of how polite and how nice
This
they are.
This is making me think of something that my dad always told me, but I don't.
Oh
I feel
no.
like it's like one of those things that if I said, I feel like we could get canceled for some reason by saying it. But I'll just say it. My dad always told me, he wasn't good for a whole lot, but he did tell me that he said the best women are women who are not from the United States because they're so much more pleasant, he said, and just much nicer and much he said always, he's like, date foreign women. That's what he always used to tell me. And it just
I
reminds me of
wish I
that.
would have got. That's interesting. Never heard that one. Could have
That's
changed my life.
yeah, that was my father, my dad's fatherly advice. That I think that
Americans are very entitled, though, man. I gotta say, like that's kind of my big thing. Is I feel like Americans are so fucking entitled.
oh,
I
dude,
can't.
yeah.
I have a hard time working with them.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
hiring
completely.
Americans, I have a hard time honestly
Yeah.
hiring Americans.
Well, and that's why, like,
Because
that is the
they're
one
so
good thing
fucking
about
entitled.
traveling to other
They don't want to work.
countries is it does give you that perspective. You really do realize when you go to other countries, like especially a place like the Philippines or when I went to Vietnam, it's like you realize how privileged things really are here, and just by being here and how just like, yeah, it just gives you a lot of perspective. for
Yeah.
sure. When you
It is
go out of the
crazy.
country.
Yeah, the
Did
thing,
I stick to the suggestion? To Kansas, no. I unfortunately
he's like,
no,
I
I'm just
did
kidding.
not take my
I did.
poppy's
No,
advice. I didn't.
the only other good advice he ever gave me was when you come to a fork in the road, always take the path to the right. I don't know why he said that. I think that was like, it's like something like, someone who always chooses heads when you flip a coin. I don't know why he told me that, but those are the only two things I remember
That's
my dad
funny.
ever telling me advice
I don't
wise.
remember anything my dad ever told me because he was never there.
This is like turning into a therapy
This is
session. We're
turning,
just gonna go
yeah,
back and forth. Whose father was
my
worse? Who had the
yes,
worst father?
yes. This is why.
Oh,
Yeah, I had a kid at 18 because I didn't have a father, and I could just blame everything on that. I could just blame. I feel like that's what the therapists do. Honestly, I feel like they just try to find one thing
hey,
for you
it's
to
a lot
just
of it is
blame
problem
everything
your
on.
childhood. Yeah, well,
Yeah, they're just
we're
like,
all our
"Oh, yeah, you're
childhood
so
messed us
fucked up
all
right
up.
now, but that's because your childhood was all fucked up because of your dad." Like that's
Yeah,
what it's always like that, right? It's always like
yeah.
they always are
Well,
like, "It's just
in
one
my case,
fucking
that's
thing that's the
probably
problem."
true, actually. But if you
I
earn online passively, you can live overseas. That's very true, Dolph. That's the nice thing about the online economy, the digital economy. Um, anyway, I've got some Magic Eden news, but and a bunch of other
moving
NFT
on.
news. But we're gonna check out the
Higher
charts first.
Philippines. That's the moral of that story.
Yes, if you want to populate your metaverse game, just hire some Philippine workers, and they will come and they'll make it look like your metaverse world is popping.
Yeah, it is hard though. I mean, you have to. It is hard for a lot of Philippine
Like the
people to
computer.
find good internet
Yeah,
connection,
that's true.
stable electricity, like those kinds
That's
of
true.
things. Is still kind of a pain in the
Well,
ass.
it'll
But
turn into one of those things where it's just an office building full of people who are
oh,
all
just
just
playing
playing
games.
NPC characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the VR goggles the whole time.
Just lots of
Just
little
working my 9 to 5,
cubicles of just people walking around in the
waving to
metaverse.
people.
Oh,
You
this
know,
is
you all walk
dystopian
up
as
to
hell. I
the
love it. Office
yeah.
building full of people with VR goggles on. Wow.
Anyways,
This is the
okay.
future.
Are we going to the charts? Or
Yeah,
is that
we
what we're
are.
doing
We're
now?
in the
Is that this
charts.
part of the
We're
segment? We're in the
deep.
charts now.
We're deep in
All
the
right, guys.
charts.
Today's big day. Today is a big day. This is the day we've been waiting for all week. Yes, right? Since Monday? Since yes, last
Yes.
week? Last week we knew this
Since
day was
last
coming.
Wednesday when we had the CPI report.
Yeah, I mean, it's the CPI, right? Because the CPI report was not really. I mean, and see, this is why today's announcement is really interesting because you don't know it really if it's going to be a 75-point increase or a 100-point increase. Maybe he's going to throw a curveball and do more, or right, that kind of shit. But all we know is it's likely not going to be less than 75, so that's off the table. And so it's basically, if he comes out and he doesn't say any like crazy words like, oh, it's going to be really
Like
hard. If he
bomb.
doesn't say hardship and if he doesn't say, the R word and things like that,
What's that?
then
What's the
maybe
R word? Just kidding. I know.
recession.
What
Yeah.
if he says
If we,
depression?
oh shit, bro, don't go. Then it's just,
The word that shall
then
not
we're
be
going to
said.
Goblin Town today. Yeah. I think if it's just a 75 thing, you're gonna see volatility, so you'll see it dump and then probably spike up, kind of thing. Either way, and then or if it's 100 points, you'll probably see it spike down, and then then from there we'll probably slowly start to come back up on a slower pace because it's kind of like that's kind of the initial shock of okay, so this is the new reality and whatnot, and then people will be a little bit more worried that businesses are it just increases fear is all it really does into the market. So I think just depending on how they viewed the reports, right? Like, oh, we're they could view it as we're just leveling off. We're pretty much just tabletop right now on inflation, so maybe they don't need to do much, and there's still signs of it going down. Maybe that'll be good, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it's just gonna go like this. That's all I know. That's all I know. So
Something's
just
happening.
be careful. Yeah, be careful. Don't FOMO in on the giant green dildos, and don't FOMO in on giant red ones, and just be careful. Um, that's what I'm gonna do. It kind of sucks. It's have to wait till this afternoon for Pal to open his mouth, but we'll I'll wait patiently. I'll wait patiently, and I don't know if I
Open
would
your
get in the trade.
mouth.
I was actually thinking about just going all in on ETH, just going long and seeing what happens. I don't know.
Flipping the
It's
coin,
kind of
essentially.
and Bitcoin too. Like, okay, so let's go. Let's check them out. Let's check out the charts. Let's check out the
Whoa.
charts. All right, guys. So the reason why I'm not a huge fan of shorting right now is because we are at massive levels of support. All right, Bitcoin down here, challenged the bottom, volume range low. Got a wick that took out all the previous lows except for the low. So it's really the only, if we get lower lows, then you could basically say, you know what, let's go, let's send this baby to 12K. You know what I mean? But it's I
Great.
I think it
Great.
doesn't. I'm not. I don't like to short support. So I'm looking at this thinking this could be a great spot to accumulate. Because and what we could see is a wick down, right? Powell opens his mouth and he says some bad word and we spike down, we get lower lows, and then we start raging up, kind of thing. That kind of thing I could see happening. Or we spike up, take this vector candle zone, and then we just crash down. I could see that too. The thing is just like nobody knows, everyone. Nobody knows. All I know is it's gonna look like Darth Maul's lightsaber. That's all I know.
Boy.
That's what that candle's gonna
Whoa.
look like.
Whoa.
So anyways, I'm not, it's hard to be bullish when, right? That's the thing. It's like when the price is always at the bottom of the chart, it's always hard to be bullish. But this is when you want to be thinking about longs. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be thinking about accumulating here at these levels. Just because, it could be too that whatever Pal's expecting to say has been priced in, kind of thing. We've came down to these lows again. Anyways, it's in the last few days, like I think I did like one tiny trade yesterday. After that, it was just dead, right? Everything's just waiting for this Powell speech and everything. So everything's just freaking dead until that pretty much happens. I think we have seen a little
waiting
pump today.
with bated breath.
I don't know what this pump means at all. I mean, the markets seem to be doing decent today here. I mean, it's above. We're in the green somehow. So it's like it's looking like we could this could be in here on the stock on the S&P 500. We're challenging the 50 moving average. So we could maybe get a bounce up, but of course, right, we've done that before. Got a blue, see, you don't want to see these. You don't want to start seeing the blue candles up at the top of the pump, because that's a good sign that that sucker's not going to stay there. So I don't know what's going to happen today when he opens his mouth. But again, I think those two scenarios will happen. If it's higher than the 75, we'll see it mostly go down.
I think that's kind of the thing. I think like most people are just
75,
expecting 75, right?
It should go. It should go up. But
yeah, and Lettuce is right. I do think most of these rate hikes were good for the market. We did usually got, I think, a green candle, and they don't want to scare people. That is definitely, they usually don't want to scare people, but they're.
I don't think this is true. So this is what I'm thinking. No, because if you look at the history of Fed hikes, guys, this incremental shit that we're seeing today is peanuts compared to what they can do.
Yeah,
all right. In the 80s, we had 15% increase like that in one meeting 15% increase. Now that's drastic. Now that's something that and I just and I'm not putting it past Powell of not doing some shit like that. Why? Because I don't think he wants to. I don't think any of these people in these positions want to go down as the dude that let inflation get out of control. They want to put this shit to bed now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
and that is the difficult part,
and
is
that's how
like
you do it.
balancing. Yeah, I mean, well,
Yeah.
this creeping up the rates every month thing. I mean, just like you said, just like Dolph said, it's not high, these little incremental rate increases are not are not enough to legitimately tighten the money supply, as Dolph has said. So,
And that's what I think
it's just
eventually.
like,
See, that's what I'm worried about is like
yeah,
eventually we could be, if we keep seeing these 8%ers, 9, it just keeps hovering on the same area of inflation. And it's not really going down. They're gonna ratchet that shit up. And that's what I'm saying is like, we're expecting 75, but if he says 100 because he's really trying to get this shit under control, that 100 probably
even
isn't
though
even
it's
enough.
like, well, no, of course not. But and even though like and that's the thing. But the market is weird, and I wonder, it's like, even though people who are savvy know that that it needs to be increased more, right, to get things under control. They understand that scenario, but I think there's a lot of people
Hmm.
who are afraid. There's like some
Yeah.
fear about the
Well,
rates going up. So
I I I think if you're still, because is he, hey guys, if you can, is he still using the term soft landing, or is that out? I was, because
well, I
if
mean,
he's still
isn't that what the incremental increases are part of the soft
right, because
landing
but if he's like,
theory?
okay, this idea of a soft landing is out, we
I
just
don't
need
think
to
I've
get this
heard him
done with.
really say that yet, but I'm not
Because
totally
that's
sure.
kind of what I felt like the last time he's talked. It didn't. I don't think he used the term soft landing once.
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe they're just not saying that anymore, and because
yeah,
they know
because
it's
if they don't
bullshit.
believe that's possible anymore, then they should. I mean, I know in the 80s when they hiked up the rates like that,
Yeah,
it was
turmoil,
bad for a while,
cause
right?
turmoil.
Thousands and thousands of
But I
people
think we
lost
need to
jobs.
accept that that's
It
where
totally,
that's the situation. You like we got to pay the price for where
but
we're at.
yeah,
So
but it is viewed as a huge success because yeah, you had your short-term recession, you pulled that band-aid off, and then it just pumped after that. The
yeah,
economy pumped. It raged. And and so I think we might be just time to kind of do
sepsis
that.
gangrene, time to amputate. Yes, Dolph. I think you're right. I think we just need a clean amputation, cauterize it, and let it heal, and deal with that. Start limping.
Yeah. Cuz
Um,
a lot of the larger countries, right? A lot of the, European countries, Canada, they've all increased their rates over, in a single meeting over 100 points.
yeah,
The US hasn't done that yet. And
yeah,
so I feel like we are due for that,
yeah.
honestly. If we're not seeing a lot of changes with inflation coming down in the last like what 3 months, really nothing
Yeah.
has really come down. Um I
Recession.
don't know. Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's I'm not, so that's why on this time around I am the least confident of I know what's going to happen, because I think there could be a curveball this time around. Just because I feel like they're, I don't
Well,
know.
we got to be getting
If
to
I
a
was Powell,
curveball
I'd be
soon.
like 5 points, get this fucker up. Let's fucking cause chaos. Let's get everyone to freak out, destroy this economy for a few months. By
Get wrecked.
January,
We
yeah,
need to get
yeah,
wrecked. Yeah,
you do.
it's
You need,
it's
yeah.
unfortunate, but that is where things are at. Is that without some kind of major correction,
And
it's
then,
just going to keep getting worse. The problem
and
gets
then
worse,
just
right? If the more we delay really addressing it and dealing with it, the problem just gets worse and worse. So
yeah, yeah. And
just
I wonder if it's also like the elections coming up. I wonder if that has anything in play. I
like
don't know if
maybe
like
they'll
they
just
don't
kind of slowly
they
do
want to
this until after the election
until
and
after
then
the
raise
elections,
it.
and then they'll December comes
I
around and they're
know.
like, oh
God,
fuck it.
stupid effing elections always
Yeah,
messing with.
I because
Everybody's
that's
always
another
playing
thing.
the election game. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
because
just
if
I hate
markets
that
start
shit.
crashing and
Yeah, of
businesses start
course. Then
firing leading up to the elections,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
President and his
cause
party's
chaos.
not going to really have a good time.
Well, and
So,
that's why
and
again, this is the line they're walking, right? Where the people in the know, like what we're talking about right now, we know that we need a bigger rate hike. But the
mhm.
general consumers, the retail people, they're more, a big rate hike will scare them, and then, like you're saying, it could have negative effects on the election. So yeah, it's a tightrope they're walking right now for sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
hey, look at
because
all that green. The markets are the cryptos are up today. So
yeah, we do. Yeah, everything is up except for XMR. Well, so
what's that?
was XRP? This is the one that
Oh,
was going
XRP,
ham the
right?
other day.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Right.
XRP trades on the lawsuit news too, with the SEC
Yeah, so that
lawsuit
was
news
that
all the
kind of whole
time.
deal, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are saying we're going to be raging until mid-October, November, till that whole gets settled. That's
Hmm.
when I think it's supposed to.
Oh,
So a
is it
lot of people are
finally
pretty
gonna come
confident
to an end? Oh my lord!
we're
I
going to be
mean,
pumping
years we've been
until
in that.
then. But it does almost look like, with these kind of rage pumps that we've had in the last few days. I mean, look at this volatility.
Dude,
Um,
yeah, insane.
we could
Lots of
totally,
vector candles there.
yeah, lots of vector candles that we're forming here. Um, so it's a little bit to me. It's like, would I go long? I don't know. I'd wait to see if
Yeah.
we get a return back to moving averages on these higher time frames, like 8 hour, 4 hour. Because 8 hour does look bullish. I mean, if you look at the moving averages, 50s crossing the 200 looks bullish. I would just be patient and wait for a challenge to that
Hmm.
and see if we get a rejection.
Yeah.
That's when I would
Yep.
go in on it. I just kind of be a little hesitant to go in now, just because with the news that might come out today, you don't know what direction that's going to go. Um,
Yep. Totally.
yeah, but everything looks like it's doing pretty damn good. Ethereum. So we're talking now Bitcoin. We're at that bottom lower volume range level that it needs to hold, or else it's going down to Goblin Town to 12K, then 9K, and then $2.
And
And
then
now
zero.
yeah, then zero.
That's what I
And
tweeted this the other day. Capitulation is when we all accept that it's going to zero and then we
Bitcoin,
stop selling because we've just
hey,
accepted and we're
Bitcoin's gonna get
hodling.
to $2 before zero. All right.
Yeah.
So
That
anyway,
is that's math right there. That's
that's math.
physics.
So Ethereum, right? We've done this. I've been having this
I
zone up
hate this
for
part of the show.
weeks. For weeks.
Me
For
too, Dickens.
weeks, Ethereum has been, or I have had the zone up, just waiting for Ethereum to challenge it. And we did get a wick down to the top part of that zone. And this is where I was like, we could be seeing a nice solid bounce from here, because this is a level that has not been tested yet. And these strong levels that haven't been tested yet usually get a decent reaction. We have liquidity pool. I haven't pulled up my lick map today. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. ETH. We'll do Binance since there's more liquidity on there. Let's check this out. I'll let that load. And so it does look like a decent bounce. We came up. I thought when I saw this candle, I was like, okay, this is it. I almost took a short because I was like I thought this is a rejection off of the moving averages here, and we could be coming back down to Goblin Town. But it didn't. I didn't see, like, the kimono wave is what stopped me, because the VWAP was still up. I still saw this green wave, and I was just like, I need more confirmation that this is going to go down. So the kimono saved me from a bad trade, everyone. Kimono saved me. So you check out our kimono wave, guys. It's a handy dandy
I'll send it
indicator
to
that
you,
has
Lettuce. I'm sorry, I
all
haven't sent it to you yet, Lettuce.
your
I'm
indicators.
apologizing. Sorry.
And this is an experimental indicator we're working with here. Similar to the kimono wave, except it doesn't have an
Same,
all-in-one.
but
It's not like an all-in-one scenario. It's a bit different. It has these kind of Bollinger Bands that you want to
We might add
respect.
some more stuff. So
Yeah, just hang tight. We're
hang
just
tight.
if
This
you
is
see this
beta.
up, just salivate and just be happy we're building over here. Okay.
Yes.
So if we did, I mean, ETH is just kind of like in that same zone of Bitcoin where you're just like, dude, it doesn't look. I could see it pumping from here. You know what I mean? Like I could see it going higher. Like let's go. It's not that. It doesn't like this is a nice accumulation zone. I would say nice accumulation zone. So it's hard for me to look for shorts here, even though I do see levels I could be seeing going down. All right, let's see if we have liquidation levels up here for ETH. All right, so let's zoom in a bit. All right. So our closest large pool of liquidations is going to be right over here at 1252. That is, right around here, right here. This lower part of the zone, this level I have marked off. This is where the closest, largest pool of liquidations are. Now, we do have these pools up here, though. These aren't something to be ignored, right? It's like 13 million, 12 million Ethereum up here.
Pretty close.
So these are a bit closer, right? $11, $12. Whereas, so these higher liquidation points are a bit closer than these ones here. And these long liquidations could be building up as we start moving price up. These liquidations start building up too because people go 50x, 100x.
There's a lot down
all that
there.
Kind of stuff.
Lower down, it looks like there's a real.
So we could see price maybe come up, build up more liquidations down here before we start grabbing those. But it's it's a hard one. Because this is what, 76? See, that's the thing is like this liquidation point, it's juicy. It's really juicy. But it's $96 away from the current price. Whereas like if you added all these up, maybe these all add up to be enough for the market maker to say, because it's like 76, 75, 70 million, 14 million, 7 million. So you get the idea. Like if you add all these up, it could be like this is a little bit more juicier to get up to, and it's a shorter, they don't need as much liquidity to get there, right? So with this, I kind of look at this as pretty kind of even. Nothing really stands out as like, oh, we're totally over leveraged on this side or the other. It's not in the grand scheme of things, look at these long liquidations, but these have been here for some time. These have been here for some time. These are the levels I have pretty much marked off. What is this at? 1,111. Yeah, like that's basically just right down here in the 1,001 teens area. So these liquidation levels down here, I could totally see the market maker wanting to come down to them because they're so massive. At the same time, in the shorter term,
that's
it could be easier for them to come up here.
Short term.
It's a hard one. This is a hard one.
Well, again, if we get like that 75 base point hike, and maybe we could see a little pump up to those liquidity levels right above. Just grab that liquidity.
I think it could be, and again, we'll get the Darth Maul lightsabers, what I'm thinking, right? So we're gonna get, right, let's say this is the daily candle.
And it'll just range more.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, we have our candle here, and then we'll get a giant wick down here maybe, and then we just start pumping up. Now, that won't be like that crazy, I don't think. But you know what I mean. It'll be something like that. This is a little exaggerated.
No promises. Objects on the chart may appear larger than they really are.
Exactly. Yeah, like after I do that, I was like, well, let's just chill out here, Jones. It's not going to go 10% down and 10% up in one day. It could. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. That's true. We are in crypto. The volatility
Yeah.
is for
Yeah.
reals here.
Ape
Oh
is up
man!
today.
Wow, what a day!
We're all waiting for. I
Everybody's
think
holding
Ape is.
breath.
It looks like a big accumulation zone happening here. I mean, you're getting I mean, it looks like we've seen days where the market's dead, but Ape is up 5%. That's just one of these stupid green candles, and then the next day it's just totally wiped out. Ape is just, it really hasn't moved at all, really, in price, given the volatility, right? But on a daily, we have price has come up above the 50 moving average, which makes me more bullish, right? Um, we've I guess you can call that a challenge to the 50 moving average. So maybe we'll start getting some more pumpage from Ape. I'm just, there's not like vector zones up here I'm looking to get. And Ape is one of those damn meme coins. See, with the meme coins, TA is a lot harder to use. Like with Doge,
Yeah.
like and shit like that. I don't really trade with that because the TA is just bullshit. Like
Yeah.
you just don't. It's
Yeah.
like
Once you leave
what
Bitcoin and
influencer is going to
Ethereum,
talk
really.
about it and make it go. Make
Yeah.
it move, kind of shit.
Yeah. All the shit tokens
So
are a little difficult because there's a lot of just influencer pumps, news pumps, rumor pumps, all kinds of stuff going on with those.
yeah, so I mean, Ape, I think it's probably getting more bullish now because there's a lot of the rumors that finally they're going to start releasing information about the Yuga Lab staking and all that stuff. Plus, I heard this weekend that more is this weekend where they're getting the drops. I heard Shadow is this weekend. It wasn't last weekend, or they did
Well,
get it
there
last
was a
weekend.
token unlock last weekend, but I don't know. Maybe there's
Was it last
staking
weekend or this
happening
weekend? Because I've heard people saying there's an unlock this weekend too.
Let
I
me
don't
go
know
to the
who's
token
confused
unlocks
or what's
thing.
going on.
There's a website that tracks all the token unlocks, but as far as I know,
Hmm.
we had that unlock last weekend. Let's see though.
All right.
I'm pulling it up.
I've just heard
here.
chatter saying this weekend, so I don't know what they're talking about because I thought it was last weekend.
Looks like the
Um,
next 25 days is the next ApeCoin unlock on October 16th. It looks like. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're hearing there.
oh
Don't
gosh, guys, Soul is just barely it's like on life support. It is
skating
like,
on the support there.
dude, Soul's just laying on like the hospital bed, like just with like just a barely of a heartbeat, just like a boop.
Yeah,
Boop.
yeah,
Like that's
lettuce.
Soul right now.
When you stake your apes, and you have to have there's like a math equation. It depends on how much of this and that you have. So I saw the table and I just my eyes crossed and I got a headache. So
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
basically
and I
like
don't
if
have
you
any.
have, if you have an ape, you'll get more than a mutant, and a mutant will get more than a canine. And if you
And you
stake
have to have a
those
certain amount of
together
ape
with your
coin too.
ape, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that too. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's an equation. And Dekenza's, what is
yeah.
this? What's a Utes? What is that? Is that how you say that?
Oh, is this
What is
is
that?
I'm pretty sure Freeman, you were a Ute chaser, bro. You were
I don't know
chasing
what
those
Utes are,
Utes.
bro.
Yeah,
Don't know what Utes
yeah.
are. Not sure what that is, but
I don't know.
not sure what that is. Thanks for sharing though, Dekenza's. Your input's always much appreciated.
Yeah, how's that utility coming? How is that coming
I
along?
don't
Is it
know
pretty
what
sweet?
a utility is, or I would give comment. But okay, well, shall we?
So Soul's about to die, just so everyone knows. And AVAX is same level as Soul. It's
Just
on life
everyone's skating
support,
there.
living
I
off
think
of
again, it's that where
tubes,
everybody's waiting
shoving.
for the Fed announcement today, and it's just everything's just the volume is shrinking down, and everybody's just
See, that's why I
waiting
wonder
with
if we're
bated
gonna get
breath.
spiked down, get lower lows for everything, gets everyone
Your
freaking the
little
fuck out. Everyone enters
trap, like a
shorts,
trap.
and then it just rages up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if you're we'll see.
Should I just go all in on ETH?
Can we get a betting pool on this show, like on whether our predictions come true or not?
What if I put 25,000 in? I buy 25,000 of ETH and 25,000 of Bitcoin and see what happens.
No gambling.
Should we just do it?
No gambling.
That's basically gambling, guys. We don't know what the fuck's
Twitch is
gonna
boot us off, bro. Twitch is gonna boot us off.
Oh,
no gambling, bro.
I'm not gambling. I'm trading. I'm using technical analysis to make a logical decision in my my trade.
You're what? You're what?
My trade
slipped up there. You almost slipped up. Oh. Somebody from Twitch is. The Twitch cops are here.
Geez.
Oh no, Twitch chat checking in. Twitch chat checking in.
Yeah, Dolph, you are pretty. See, that's what I think. That's not a bad idea.
That's what.
But you got to be sitting in your seat, ready to get
lightsaber theory.
GTFO out of your position.
Yeah. You might as well set some like limits, really, just like where you think it'll wick down to. But okay, well, let's hit the inner mish, and then when we get back,
we've already
check
been
out
on this for an hour, and
what's
I got
happening.
A meeting.
Yeah, we'll check.
I
out
have a
what's
whole
happening.
other hour till my meeting. We're good.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. Well, we will be right.
I do need to go to the dispensary today, though, so we should hurry up.
Okay,
I'm low on my.
While you may have fumbled fidenzas and missed out on generational wealth like a bozo, you know what? It's not too late to FOMO into Dikenzas. The big and beautiful generative peen art you can put in your wallet or on your wall. No roadmap, no utility, just dicks.
Happened yesterday. Today's the day. Go out there. Don't take shit from nobody. You got a dream, fucking live it. And if they don't want to be a part of your dream, fuck it. Throw them off the railing. Who gives a fuck? At the end, it's you against the fucking world. You follow me? And then it's you against you. So you got two fucking wars you're fighting at one time. Smoke a little reefer, write your notes, do your 22 push-ups, and tell the world, you know what? You better fucking hide and camouflage, because I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
You don't know about Bitcoin? No, tell me. The crypto money. Be on your phone.
Okay.
And we're gonna sweep the floor with that Bitcoin. So better believe it. Better believe it. Bitcoin. Go to the moon. Mark
Not this time. I stay on Earth.
Hold on to it. Yeah.
Perfect.
I've got an offset carrier here. I think it's audio.
Well, plug it in.
Center that segment.
Centering.
Can you clean it up any more than that, Fish?
I'm working on it.
What the hell?
Try zooming out. All right, freeze.
Reverse values.
Try zooming out again. Rotate 90 degrees counterclock.
My God.
Watching GMTV.
Thank you guys for sticking around through the intermission. Like, subscribe, do all those good things. If you're on Twitter watching this, you need to come over to YouTube, or I will bully you. I will find you, and I will bully you. Okay.
I like your little. Read the text below.
Read the text below. Important PSA below. Yes.
MFers.
MFers. Yeah. Okay, we're looking at the OpenSea top collections here, and I'm happy to announce to our ETH Maxi audience that there are no Solana NFTs right now in this top 10. We do have some new things in here, though. We've got the 50 years of Atari collection that has I think this maybe just minted. It's got a nice, I like this new thing on here where it shows you the creator fee. 7.2%. That's kind of weird.
Too high.
I guess, yeah, too high. Artist Butcher Billy celebrating the 50th anniversary of our Atari. These have not revealed yet, but you know, here's my problem, okay? And one of our viewers tagged me in this and to show me this, but these projects took $4 million, did nothing, dipped, and really nobody's said much about it. So here's Nickelodeon's Hey Arnold collection, floor price 0.02.
Rug.
We've got the Hello Kitty and Friends World, floor price less than 0.01. We've got the Care Bears Forever. Who minted this? 0.02. And are these all recur? Yeah, these are all recur projects. Notice that they all are recur projects. So recur is just banking in on the IP of all these these childhood memory brands.
Out of all of these, okay, out of Yuga Labs, out of the D Gods, whatever their hell stupid name, the main name is, and like all these large labs, right? These NFT creators, right? Reeker, I think, has the big brains on this one because they know how this game is.
They're not doing it. They're not making anything new.
They're like, we don't have to do any fucking. Yeah, we literally just make handshake deals with these fucking companies, use their IP, their designs, and everything, and then we're just printing money, printing.
And yeah,
Smart,
and
up
and down. That's what's so great about the royalties too. As it crashes, they make money on the way down too.
I know, man. Out of all of these
genius
companies that are producing NFTs, this is probably the smartest one that's doing it.
Look at this. Look at this first tweet here. Recur is the worst.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
They're the biggest defenders for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I mean,
exactly, and that's the thing. Outside success does not equal Web3 success.
No, and I'm not saying that like what they're doing is
good.
Is good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying as a business,
evil genius
make
plan.
money. Yes. As someone who's like
Rug Pros,
I just want to make money.
Rug Pros, yeah. Maybe they should change their name to Rug Pros. But, you know, at least this Atari one is not by Recur. So, you know, maybe there's some hopium there.
I guess, man. But yeah, I mean, didn't they already have an NFT? This isn't their first project, right?
I don't know. That's a great question.
I'm pretty sure Atari had their thing before.
Well, at least this account has only deployed this one collection. But you know, the other thing I see a lot of FUD, and we'll just ignore this Fidenzas because that should say Dickenses, but it doesn't. But Renga, I see lots of Renga.
If it's good for Fidenzas, it's good for Dickenses.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's Fidenza art. I've seen Renga FUD this morning, just people bitching and complaining about how the floor has tanked on this one. And you know, it's because there were a lot of people that bought into this, and so I think they all thought like, oh, this is gonna moon, this is going to 100 ETH for sure, right out the gate. And it's like, well, yeah, price does this thing called coming back down after a big pump. So you better, you just gotta expect that the price is going to not go up forever. That's one of the first rules of crypto is price does not go up forever. But you know, maybe we've got some new money in the ecosystem. I don't know. Yesterday, Magic Eden has started adding Ethereum NFTs to their platform. Here you can see Sappy Seals, I think, was the first collection announced, but there's a bunch of them now on here. And the Sappy Seals floor price is bumped up a little bit, I think, as a result. But yeah, that's interesting news. It allows you to buy you can also buy with different tokens, not just ETH here. So That's also kind of
Oh,
interesting,
that's
trying to
cool.
get some of that Solana liquidity over there into the ETH NFTs and
Yeah,
mix it
the
all
fucking
up.
soul people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'll buy this for 1 ETH," and then it'll be like, "Oh
Yeah,
wait,
dude.
what's this gas? Oh wait,
Well, well, that's what's interesting
Psych.
is I wonder if there's, yeah, how does that work? If you pay with Solana, how does that work? I wonder. I'm not really sure. But I mean, the Magic Eden volume has been pretty strong. The past week or two is every day over 100,000 Sol in volume, which is I think a pretty good sign that things are happening. We've also got where is that little chart here? I'm trying to find it. There was a chart, of course, I can't find it right now, but I'd seen a chart of somebody showing mints, and like just last week alone, if you had minted all the main projects that had launched just on Magic Eden, there was like 10,000 Sol worth of profit to be made on mints, and that was the highest in weeks. So, or
Damn.
maybe months. So there is the mint season may be kind of at least starting to trickle back in. I'm seeing lots of mints going successfully. So that's kind of interesting news. Magic Eden also has launched this whitelist management service for ETH and Sol NFTs. It's a free whitelist management platform that upcoming projects can use, which is kind of cool. Just
Yes, that just
getting in.
competing against. See, that's the other
Exactly.
services
Pre-mint.
that are charging
Yep. Like
out the
pre-mint
ass for it. It's like, hey, yeah, something I was seeing
competition.
this coming a mile away, like this kind of free service from Magic Eden for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, it
So,
seems like
more
a
creator services popping
dude.
up
So
every day
Magic
there.
Eden does so much. They just
Oh,
are
what happened to
spreading
Mr. Take
themselves.
Profits?
Yo, am I
He
here?
just was about to say something foundationally
I'm here. I'm
shaking.
here. Are you? Can you hear me?
Hopefully his connection pops back in here sooner
I'm
than later,
fine.
and
I see
hopefully it's not.
myself.
Oh, it
I
is.
hear
I don't
you.
think it's me because Dekenza's just said rip, or it's the whole show. We'll have to see. Maybe the whole show
Bro.
is gone. Let's see. Am I showing Dekenza's?
No, it's just me, man.
Okay.
I'm
He's
here.
back. We've stabilized. Okay. Okay. What
No,
were you saying?
it was all you. It was you. It wasn't me. It was you.
I think it was you because Dekenza said he's only coming back if he says something positive about Soul. So I think I was here the whole time, bro.
Anyways, I was
Now
gonna
we're
say
here.
is Magic Eating,
Yes.
right? This is from my experience of running businesses and shit, is when you start a whole bunch of shit, right? You start trying to do everything, you spread yourself too thin, and then all of a sudden, all of your shit just turns into shit because it has to be maintained. It starts breaking, and then it's just
That is
basically you have a
an interesting
lousy ass
question.
product because you just
When
spread
is the
yourself too
breaking
thin on
point,
trying to
right?
do everything.
Yes.
So yeah,
When is the breaking point?
how much can they do before like everything just starts to suck for them?
It's an interesting question. Yeah, well, I've heard plenty of people asking the question of how long will Magic Eden be on the top here, and they certainly are trying their best to stay on top by just kind of learning from their competition, integrating lots of their competitors' features, and they still have the volume. They're still the kings of the volume, at least on Solana. So, will people be really buying many ETH NFTs over here? That's a valid question. How much real? Let's see. On the seals, let's go see actually how much activity are we seeing over here. Not a whole lot. But maybe it's just this project in general. It'd be interesting to compare the volume on Sappy Seals on Magic Eden and OpenSea. That would be an interesting little experiment. But yeah, I don't know. OK Bears yesterday signed a deal with IMG, which is I think, yeah, I mean, they say the world's #1 licensing agency, but they manage over $15 billion in sales for some of the biggest brands. You can kind of see a bunch of history here about IMG. They are a just giant licensing firm, essentially. They do licensing for, lots of sports and figures and fashion icons and all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of interesting. The question just is, to me, what's most interesting about this is that you have massive players like IMG investing in the NFT space and just trying to now start to sign some deals, it looks like, with some of these maybe bigger NFTs to start to expand the licensing portion of these NFTs. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here with OK Bears if IMG can help this brand kind of become something bigger than their wristbands that they keep teasing. That I don't know. Has anyone gotten their wristbands yet over there at OK Bears? Pretty sure that's the only utility so far. So I don't know. We'll see what the result of this is. But either way, at least just another sign that big money is coming into the space for sure, and big brand management people are coming in. Oh yeah, here's this. This is that mint chart. This is just on Solana mints, but yeah, I mean, last week you've got 10,977 potential SOL from mints last week. So lots of just a lot of volume in a bunch of these mints, and very, very interesting to see, especially since the overall market is still pretty bearish, and so I don't know why people are minting. Maybe it's just they're out of boredom and they're just like, you know what, screw this, I'm just gonna go mint some NFTs. I'm bored.
People want to just feel something.
Exactly. What is this, Dekenza? What are you telling me? What is QQL? I've seen you say it twice. Tell me what QQL is. Am I out of the loop on something? I was going to just kind of show a bunch of... These are all DYOR, okay? I'm going to speed read through these because these are all upcoming mints, okay? So you can then you can rewind and, some guy made a generative art creator. Oh, I'll check it out. I'll check that out after the show, actually. Maybe we can chat more about it. Is this like Stable Diffusion, but for generative art or something? I don't know. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking at QQL now.
What is it?
It's just a whole bunch of generate shapes and stuff. I don't know. Kind of.
Oh, is this a collection?
I'm not sure if it's a collection. I think it's I just see people experimenting with it. So it's like
okay.
Like you could run QQL outputs. So basically, I don't know. You want me to share my screen or move my Twitter over here?
QQL.art. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, a collaborative experiment in generative art by Tyler Hobbs and Dandelion Wist. Okay, this is another Tyler Hobbs thing. Create. Oh, so you can generate like your own generative art NFT. Is that what's going on here?
That's kind of what it might be. I don't.
Oh, and there's a contest.
I'm not gonna lie, like
interesting.
These all kind of suck because they're all just circles and lines, and I don't see one peen shape.
Oh well, there are no peen shapes. That's true. There are no peen shapes. This is very disappointing. But I will try. This kind of reminds me of
Kansas still the alpha, so
yeah, I know this can't even compete with the Kansas, of course. But we want thick, of course, rings, and I have to connect my wallet. Does this mean that they're gonna make me pay?
And you're gonna get robbed.
Yeah, this is me getting rugged in real time. Let's see how much
that's
this
kind of
costs.
cool.
Okay, I'm logging in. I'm signing. Let's see how much this costs. Generate art. Okay, here we go. It's rendering. Okay, something's happening. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not impressed.
Wow.
Not impressed.
Wow. Well, I'm not surprised that stuff like this is being made. It's like the Stable Diffusion, but this is just like a generator for generative art. I mean, not surprised somebody made this, rendering 10 of them. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, well that's cool. Okay,
Sounds
thank you for
sounds
sharing.
better.
That is cool. That is cool. Okay, these are
Just like
interesting.
did
Yes.
Target put in like an ad because they're like, we want most of the shapes to look like the Target logo? That'd be great.
I think it's
Thanks.
like because I don't know. It's like based on I think what I selected. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm just
So can I
clicking
get
things.
okay? Like,
Yes.
can I like ask something about all
Of
this,
course.
like, degenerative, like with all the circles and shapes and all this kind of type
Yes.
stuff? Why? And does this really look good to people? Is basically what I'm thinking. Like, does this like something that's like
Well, I would never buy one of these over at Dickenza. If
any
that's
of
what you're
these?
asking.
Like any of these?
I
Like
mean,
like
it's
that. If you saw that at an art show,
I think I've
or
actually
that.
seen this in an art museum. In the modern art section of the museum is stuff like this, right? Where there's lines. Like I was at the museum like 2 weeks ago and I saw something, it was just a big blue canvas with a line going through it. And I was like, who got this into here? Like who knows somebody that knows somebody?
It's like
or
it's just like
something?
that asshole that taped a banana on a wall and
Exactly.
sold it for like what like I don't know 100,000 or something stupid.
There's beauty in the code. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's the argument there. Okay.
I would
It
like
is
to
code.
see
I
a little
guess
bit
it
more
is
beauty
visual.
though.
It's code visualized, right?
I think
I'd like to see a little more beauty.
Yeah, like just like yeah, it's
Well,
close. Just a little bit more beauty with this kind of type stuff, you know?
I mean,
I feel like to me it's just a little bit too basic. Like the AI generated shit that's going on right now, like it's
pretty
insane.
crazy. Yeah.
And then here they're like, "Oh, we're putting circles and squares and different color palettes on a page." I'm like, I could see cooler shit than this. You know, there's cooler, more fun things than this. So
Like
it's kind of
Fortnite.
like I would I just expect better. I expect better. I expect more. This is like very PC,
Oh,
very
wow.
lame.
Wow.
Level
I like when Doctor Take Profits FUDs. It makes me feel something. Every morning I feel something when Doctor Take Profits FUDs.
Look at that, Randall. That just
So
looks
yes,
like,
we will
dude,
have
gross.
we will have hundreds of new rugs generated.
Hey, there's a
Yeah.
pin. There's a pin.
Where?
I see it. Oh, you missed it. You had one. I swear, it looked like one.
Oh, sweep to Kansas, NFA, exactly.
Yeah.
Sweep to Kansas, NFA.
Yeah,
I'm more
exactly.
bullish on Kansas than ever before.
Me too. I am now. Yeah, for sure. Because
Again,
it's like,
and the
yo,
color
that's
palette.
a unique thing.
I don't like this color palette. Maybe the
Dude,
Miami
it
one
sucks.
is a little better,
Dude,
but
these suck.
you know, I
Bean.
like the Dickenza's color palette. It's bright, beautiful.
Bean.
Peen.
Do you see it?
It's like a Rorschach test. What do you see when you look at this? Dicks everywhere.
I see it.
Dicks. Okay, well, I'm gonna run through a bunch of mints.
The Kansas got me ruined.
All the
I can't.
I've never
look
looked
any
at
of these
so many
degenerative
dicks
shit
in
this
1
big.
year. I've never seen
like,
so many dick
see it,
pics
Pete,
in 1 year as I have in the past year. I've looked at more dick art than I ever thought I would, or than I ever have had to, or that I ever would want to. But yeah, it won't generate unless the tab is focused. I know, Dickenza's. You know what, Dickenza's? I will just put up a 24-hour stream of that thing just generating so that you can just leave it on in the background. And maybe we'll put a little bit of rain, like a thunderstorm sound in the background, and you can just...
Oh yeah, some like asthma sounds.
Yeah,
kind of thing
some
going
ASMR
on. Yeah,
sounds. Exactly.
yeah.
Okay, these are just a bunch of projects that are upcoming mints. I'm just going to scroll through these, and like I said, you can come back, you can stop the track, and you can DYOR on all these. These are almost all Solana. I will do some ETH ones tomorrow so that we don't overwhelm everybody. I'm going to flip-flop, okay? But this is Sharkify, Secret Skellies. This is minting tomorrow. Got the Helions minting tomorrow as well.
Check it out.
Critters Cult. This is minting on the 25th.
Okay,
I like these,
I'm actually. This is. I want to
do like the
clickbait on
critters.
this one. I like the name. I love
Yeah.
the name.
This is maybe one of my
And,
favorites on this list. Yeah, they're just like weird little. It's the
I
Critter
love
Cult.
that. I love that. You know, because when I hear that, it reminds me of those the little critters on South Park Christmas special. If you guys don't remember,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's
the
funny.
gang banging, murdering, blood
Yes.
eating little
Yes.
critters on South Park. Yeah,
Yes, I do remember those. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for that member berry right there.
That should be an
yes,
NFT project right
kind
there.
of. You know, there's not a whole lot on here actually, too. It's just a handful of videos, which, you know, I like a good mysterious, you don't know what you're in for. This is a nice looking rug kind of stuff. So that's what the impression I get from this one.
Yeah,
Definitely
I like
that.
I like the very culty robe and the yeah.
Influenced by 80s and 90s aesthetic. That's why we like it, bro.
That is
That
probably
is
why I
why
like
we
it.
like it. We got sucked in by the
And
80s and
I
90s
do like
aesthetic.
that is see that's pixel art. I could be like, I like that. I like that pixel art. Dude, those ghosts that you liked the other day, I gotta tell you, you have trash taste. Those are trash
wow.
pixel
Wow.
art compared to these.
Well, you don't like
This is
pixel
dope.
art at all. So
I really don't like
I don't
pixel art.
really,
Yeah, I
so
don't.
I don't take your opinion on pixel art seriously whatsoever. So thank you.
Fair
Thank you.
enough. Fair enough.
And this one, you've only seen one image here.
Yeah, I
too.
know.
So
Take my body.
he likes
I
doodles
like your
though, and the
owl.
doodles have their eyes off their head.
I
So
don't
you know,
like doodles. I
okay.
just don't
It's
hate
okay.
them.
I
I'm
get
just
it.
like I think
get
they're as a brand, I think it's great. I think it's a great brand kind of
Me
thing that
too.
they're
I
doing
think
on it.
characters with their eyes halfway off their head makes sense too. I think it makes sense, and I really like that their airdrops don't ever reveal, and they reuse their funding raising announcements every 3 months. I think it's great. I like that brand too. You know, we have to have a little fight here every morning, you guys.
Thicker like a
Josh is gonna throw up. He said. Okay, so that's the critters. We got primordials. I have no idea what these are. And Wakuland. This is minting today. This one is going to mint out. I'm just letting everybody know. Don't be at somebody's exit liquidity. But this one is going to definitely mint out. And there's a bunch of people with bots that are going to mint it. So I just have no hope of minting this at all.
Really?
Because, yeah,
why don't you? Well, then
it's gonna get
Freeman, why
botted.
don't you make a bot that mints it?
Because then I'd have to get whitelist for my bot, and I'd have to.
Oh,
it's just, and
see
I
what you
don't
mean.
do
You still have to
whitelist
get
grinds.
whitelist. You're right.
I just don't
You're
do
right.
whitelist grinds. That's why I
Still-
don't make profit on NFTs.
Still
is 'cause
requires work.
I'm
and
exit
we're
liquidity.
Americans, and we
Yeah.
don't like to work. We went through this
Exactly.
already in the show.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should hire a
dude, why-
Filipino to make us a bot.
Yes, that is the best idea.
And to
I've
grind
heard.
for whitelist. Actually, that's what you
all
really do. You should hire a
full-time
Filipino
job for a
grind
Filipino.
whitelist.
Just grind away for whitelist for you.
Yeah. See, now that's
Bro.
now that's an idea right there.
That is-
because I just can't do it. I just can't bring myself to whitelist.
We are
grind.
going to hire a GMTV Filipino employee to grind away whitelist for us, and I think that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, Lettuce says there's people on Fiverr that do that. So yeah, exact. I don't
That
doubt it.
grinds?
See,
Yeah,
that's why, because
absolutely.
it's just like, man, I can't do it, and I just
See,
that's why I don't get in on any of these mints.
It's
'cause I'm
easy
not on
money for
whitelist.
someone else, but for us, it's like that's way too much work. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Exactly.
I'm too lazy.
Exactly.
I got
And Josh says he's proud exit liquidity. You know, if you're gonna be exit liquidity and you know
Be
it,
proud
just
of
be
it.
proud
Yeah.
of it. I respect the shit out of that. So
Hey,
that's
you
good.
know what? Yep. Yeah.
Here's pixeled faces. These are minting today. The nuked rats. This is a free mint, I think, today. That's happening. And the genies labs. This is another one that's happening today. So lots of things minting. Not to mention over on DGen Mints, you got a million things minting. So you know we're minting. We are minting, folks. Things are happening. So if you're looking for projects, they're out there, and there's like too many of them to even keep track of. So you know, it's all
We're
about
back.
getting
We're
early
back.
on
The
those
bull
waitlists.
market's back.
The
That's
bull
what it means,
market's
baby.
back.
That's
The
what
bull
it means.
market's back. Well, there's definitely like there's minting
Ring that
volume.
bell.
So
Let's go.
you know, there's exit liquidity to be had. And it's all about just the strategy and getting in on those whitelists. Again, like I'm more and more where I just don't like buying things unless I'm on the whitelist, and I do miss out on profits because of that, because there are profits to be made on the secondary strategies, but you know, I think they're less dependable than just getting the nice, easy whitelist mint exit liquidity.
Then
So,
you really need.
help. I need
yeah.
mental help.
You need a
Therapy.
Filipino to help
Oh.
get you those whitelists, bro. That's
Yeah,
what you
no,
need.
that's probably actually.
If that's the only reason if that's your strat, then that's what you need.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. That's probably the best strategy.
Gosh,
you guys
that
heard
is
it here
such
first.
a cool idea. Why
guys
didn't
heard
I
it here
think about
first.
that before? Because that's the only reason why I haven't been doing that too. Because it's like I hate grinding for whitelist. Dude.
Yeah, me too.
It is
me too.
so.
I'm just not a fan. And you know, I wish we could just kind of, I don't know, what's the best way to run a whitelist and not make people grind for it? I mean, is it just like you just say, okay, the first X number of people that just pretty much sign up? I mean,
but the
little,
grinding helps actually get you those other people to help mint. You know, because it's like you got to build hype. That's all it is hype.
Yeah,
none of these people actually have products.
Minters.
None of these people actually have. Yeah, we all know what this is. These are all just Ponzi schemes. And so you have to be the initial investor. And so the only way for you to get other investors to buy your initial investment, exactly definition of a Ponzi scheme, is to hype it up. So it's kind of like you have to kind of have people grind, or else you're not going to get that hype to get the other exit liquidity out on board.
And
otherwise, I don't
said, didn't we do away with whitelist using pre-mint passes? Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, but it never really, it's still going on. You know, it's still going on. And this isn't just for Solana. Ethereum also, I see lots of whitelist grinding still going on. And even with the pre-mint pass stuff or the Magic Eden pre-mint list stuff, it's like sometimes it's still a raffle. And so it's like, oh, maybe I'll get chosen. And sometimes they make it's like there's a list of people to even find out about the pre-mint list. So I don't know. There's all kinds of schemes and hoops that people force you to go through these days to be on the whitelist. And, you know, whatever, dude, whatever. I would mint things.
I don't know why I think about this.
Did Utes ever projects money if they just made it easy for me?
Did Utes even mint out?
Oh, here's the question. Did Utes mint out?
I haven't asked that in like a week.
Here's the thing. So I don't know. I wonder still if this dashboard is accurate, because I haven't really heard anyone bring this up, and it's been at the same number on this dashboard for a long time. And I wonder
if stopped.
Well, actually, there's still people minting, dude. There's still people minting. I mean, look,
dude,
every hour there's mints. 15 minutes ago there was a mint.
This
or
is
is this
sad,
a sale?
Man.
Wait, sale? Yeah. So maybe it's still. Oh wait, no. Show mints. Those are sales. But yeah, mint 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago. You know, and I think there's like there's a bunch of people with DGods and stuff that have not minted their Ute. And again, it's like just easy money. I don't really understand why you wouldn't mint this and just, you know, all the whitelist spots are there. So there's enough people on the whitelist. There's just some people who either just can't get the funds to mint or something, but it's a simple as F flip. The easiest flip you could do, honestly. And so I'm just not really sure what people are thinking who have that list where it's just like, you don't like money. That's all I can figure out. And you know, it's funny because a lot of the DGods that are on the floor
to have money.
Apparently. But yeah, a lot of the DGods that are on the floor or below are ones that have already had their Ute minted. So then people, because there were a lot of people that just bought DGods to get the Ute list spot, which was an interesting strategy. You just buy the DGod, get the Ute list spot, mint your Ute, print profit on that, and sell your DGod too. But yeah, so I mean, maybe this is accurate because from the looks of it, they're still minting, dude.
Well, Dekin just asked a good question. What's your ideal whitelist process as a participant?
Which generates hype, but is not too crazy effort. That, you know, okay, well, here's the thing, right? Okay, There's variables here. You have to, if there's hype, then potentially there's more people that that want whitelist than you have spots for, right? That's kind of like Utes. If you think about Utes, there was all this hype, lots of people wanted on the whitelist. How many people? 40,000 or something applied for the whitelist, and so what I would like is it's like a simple form. You don't make me go to your Discord or anything. A pre-mint type form, right? And actually, I don't want I want to say like the Ute application, but simpler. Like, don't make me write out a paragraph and all this stuff why I should be chosen. Just let me maybe submit my Twitter account, like connect my Twitter account, and that's it. Boom. I've now submitted, my Twitter account and my wallet. Just, connect those, and then you can choose if I'm in your whitelist or not, but then I don't have to think about it anymore. I don't have to come back and grind. I don't have to do any of that. And what would also be awesome is if I could put in my email to get an email alert for when, if
that's
I'm
you as a
chosen or not.
participant, but would that generate hype? So you kind of want to help create hype, and by that you got to have like a retweet.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
least.
maybe when you connect your Twitter,
tweet
maybe when you connect your Twitter and wallet, maybe it increases your chances of being chosen if you tweet, right? Like that's like there's a bunch of those giveaway like apps and embeds, widgets that you can do giveaways in Web 2 world, where you would connect your social media accounts and then they would give you extra entries for tweeting. And maybe it's all a raffle, right? What if it's a raffle and it's like, but you get more entries into the raffle the more if you post a tweet, if you do this, if you do that, just like those giveaway widgets in Web 2, where the more you will grind, maybe the more higher chance you have of getting the whitelist spot, because you just get more entries into the raffle. But then I can choose to grind or not, and I still get a chance. I don't know what the ideal situation is. That's a good question, Dickenza, because I haven't really thought super hard about it.
It's going to be different for everyone. Because I think yes, one, making it easy for participants just to try to get on the whitelist is huge. Like Freeman was saying, just make it simple. Sign up for a list, connect your Twitter or whatever, but don't make them go into Discord and constantly say hello and GM and their however many times they got to go in there and act like they're having fun chatting with people. Like that's humiliating. And then like the whole retweet thing. I think that's like a really simple ask, because it's like, oh, if I want to mint this out, like why wouldn't I want to share other people to get other people wanting it? Because again, you have to. These are Ponzi schemes. You have to have someone else buy your investment for a higher price, right? So it's like you got to, if you're playing this game, this mint game, you have to have some skin in the game and generating that hype. You've got to be one of those little blocks that's out there shilling this thing once in a while or something.
I think I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I like that I like this kind of giveaway style where it's you connect your Twitter, you connect your wallet, and then you got to follow the project. That gives you an entry. You gotta, if you retweet, it gives you another entry, and it just increases your chances of being chosen. And Utes kind of did that, but the other interesting thing Utes did, which maybe you could integrate, is if you had the amount of dust in your wallet to mint, it increased your chances, which is kind of interesting because it means that you're then choosing people that have the money to mint as well in their wallet. Because when a lot of projects over allocate their whitelist because they know some of those people are just not going to mint. Maybe they don't have the money to mint. There's lots of reasons they might not mint, but I don't know. That's an interesting ad too.
Yeah, that's a great way to gateway people, I think, just to make sure they have enough in their wallet. And then but
if it was universal and easy and everyone was kind of using the same platform or a couple platforms to do this, I just don't like having to join your Discord, dude. I have so many Discords, just this stack of crap trash Discords that I don't care about, that I have only joined because I just want to get the whitelist. I joined one just last night just to get a whitelist because I saw somebody was like, go join this thing, type this, and it's like, and then I left right away. because I didn't get it. So I just left. And it's like, I just don't like the Discord stuff. I'm just, you know, I have enough Discords that
we're not buying your NFT for community. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, I'm flipping
we're buying we're minting an NFT to
flip
flip it for more money. Like that's the whole fucking goal. Like that's it, man. So I think the idea here is, I think make it easy, right, for people who don't want to go out and shill everything to get a chance to get on a whitelist. But then you create layers of actions that you can do that is sharing the project and hyping it up that gives you more chances of getting in. So that way you have, I think you have that flow. I think that's good. All
and
right.
options. Yep. Okay. I think that does it.
This is a long ass show. This is like the longest show we've had in a long time.
It is. It was just there was a lot to talk about today. You know, we have the Fed stuff and everything. And it's just things happen, and sometimes we go over. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us. That was a good discussion.
GM.
I liked that little whitelist discussion at the end. That was productive. We've actually done something productive for once, so I like that. Okay, guys, well, we will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, 10 a.m. Eastern. Have a glorious day. Mint, make profits. Be merry.
GM. Be careful today, everyone.
Be careful.
Be careful.